And what it's a harsh reality, but we stepping out of civilization into the jungle of gangbanging. Shitty cuz, the ledge gun man, right? When it comes to the rules of engagement of gangbangers, he did what he was supposed to do when another gangbanger calls you a faggot, a pedophile, or a snitch. You're supposed to handle your business. And can't nobody say that's wrong. Now, is it some people saddened that it happened to who it happened to? Probably so. I'm going to call a spade a spade. You go playing football, nigga, you better show up with a helmet. Anybody. You think when I go right now to the hood?
So here we go then. The game's manager, Wack, Mr. Wackass 100, has said made some controversial comments. Bottom line, essentially, he's praised what's that weird ass dude's name again who killed Nipsey? What's his name? Stinky Boy or something like that. You know one of them random names there. So the dude who killed Nipsey, Stinky Boy or Dirty Boy, one of them ones there. He is essentially did his job. Wackass 100 has praised Nipsey's killer as being a great individual. Yeah, man. And this is the problem with gang culture. Wack 100 and all these whack-ass rappers, all these wannabe... In fact, the whole of the rap industry is probably about 1%. I'd say 1 in 100 of the hip-hop/rap industry are fake. No, sorry, 99 out of 100 are fake. Maybe 1 in 100 are real ones. Nipsey was a real one. Let's get it straight now. No matter what way you want to cook it, he was a real one. In fact, all these... I'm not even sure. Has Wack 100 got a clothing store in his hometown? I don't think he has. What's he done for the community? Nothing. And that's why he can sit there and say, oh man, that's the name, Shitty Cuz. Dude, listen, anyone called Shitty Cuz don't get no respect from the jump. Never mind after you've killed Nip. Oh man, yeah, Shitty Cuz did what he had to do. Oh, so you're telling me, yeah man, Shitty Cuz, he a killer. He did what he had to do, because if you get called a snitch, if someone calls you a snitch or a child molester, listen, if you are a child molester and someone calls you a child molester, in fact, that's what you have to do, yeah? As a man to another man, as one man to another man, if I know you're a child molester, it's my duty to warn the public and everyone around me, to let everyone else know, to make sure their kids are safe around you. Yeah? Nip, and the same with the snitches. When Nip saw Shitty Cuz, it was Nip's duty to inform everyone around that area that there was a snitch in town, just in case people are trying to handle their business and they get snitched on. Yeah? It's like a messaging system to the community. You are a snitch, get out. Nip told him straight, get up out of here. 100%. You need to be gone. Be gone. They said no, because the minute you start, the problem with snitches is, once you start associating with them, once they start hanging about, they're rats, essentially. Rats always come back. They're like maggots. So if Nip hadn't said nothing, Shitty Cuz would have been posted up there for tomorrow and the next day and the next day, because they think he hasn't got no friends. Shitty Cuz ain't got no friends. That's why when he got called a snitch, it hurt his feelings, because he didn't have no family unit around him. If he did, just took the L and kept it moving. But because he hasn't got no friends, because he's a rat, because he's at the bottom of society, he got called a snitch and it cut him. He saw all the positive things Nip was doing, and that he couldn't take it all. It's way too much for him. Yeah? Shitty Cuz his girlfriend, his baby mum's bossing up, playing up Nip's tunes all day and night. He has to listen to Nip's tunes all day and night. Yeah? He ain't doing squat in his own life. He's known as a rat around the public. He thought, you know what? And if you actually watch the video, it's a distressing video, but if you watch the video of Nip being cut down, you'll see that it was a proper passionate crime, a violent crime. He went back for seconds and thirds. If it actually appears that if Shitty Cuz, if Ratty Cuz had just shot him once and be gone, then he probably wouldn't have died. But the fact he came back, and I think he even kicked him as well whilst he was on the floor, just a heinous crime. And the fact that this man, Wackass 100, Mr. Wack, when was the last time Wack had a track? Seriously, Wack who? Never heard of you. Wack when? Mr. Wack when? That's your new name. Mr. Wack when was the last track you dropped that banged? Mr. Wack, never heard of you. You got all these dudes out here with opinions on hip hop culture and opinions on the streets, but they don't know squat about the streets. They don't. And in fact, it's a poisonous attitude. And people like Wack 100, big old 50-year-old men, they shouldn't be spreading that kind of vibe. You shouldn't be on the international wave. It's putting out Instagram videos and Snapchat videos to hundreds of thousands of people. And the message you're putting out there is that shitty cuz, a man who killed someone, as successful and positive as Nip. In fact, scrap success. Success isn't what it's about. Nip wasn't just successful. Jay-Z's successful, but he don't really do much with it. What really, on a community basis, what has Jay-Z done? What has all these big successful people done? Nothing really, in comparatively to Nipsey. Nipsey was big, but he was kind of niche big. He weren't Jay-Z big. And to be fair, Nip was a lot younger. Who knows what he would have gone on to achieve? My point is, when it comes to the attitude, rather than why couldn't if that's how as a man with a putting out, or Wack 100 put out his views, and each man's kind of entitled to their opinion, but when you're gonna have views which are gonna poison people's brains, just don't say them. It's best left not said. But the fact you've come out here and said that, yeah man, shitty cuz did what he had to do, that's gonna put in the minds of all the young and impressionable people, that's telling them that's a smart idea. Or that's telling the youth it's smart. If someone says a word to you, it's smart to get a gun and kill them dead. What are you on about? You old ass whack ass dude. Yeah, if that's your dumb ass opinion, and this is why really, everyone shouldn't really have social media. Everyone shouldn't really have a platform that can connect you with millions of people, because there are some dumb ass views. That attitude there, that way of thinking is what got us where we are. That got Nip dead. Because in no one's mind should it be, if someone calls you a snitch and you are a snitch, take the L, keep it moving. No one asked you to do that. No one asked shitty cuz to start informing on people. No one asked a child molester to be a child molester. If that's what you've done, that's what you've done. Hold the L. You should have thought about it before you did the crime, before you started informing. It's not Nip's fault you snitched, it's your fault. Take some personal responsibility. Not, I'm going to take it out on you. So wait there. Wackass 100 is telling people, if you snitch on someone, if you're a child molester, and you get exposed in public, and someone like Nipsey exposes you on it and calls you out on it, you've got to shoot them dead. No, you've got to go back to yard and hold the L and reflect on how you're going to change your life for the better. That's what the message should have been. How can you be encouraging people to be just? It's a big circle of foolishness. And besides, the bigger issue really is that you're telling people to kill someone over a word. That's the fundamentals. Nipsey called him a snitch. That's the end of it. That's where it should have ended. Or in fact, you know what? If Wackass 100 had come on here and said, "Oh, shitty cuz should have shouted back at him" or something, does that make sense? That's what it should have been. It should have been all words. And that's how I've been brought up. If someone calls you a word, you call them a word back. Nip didn't shoot at him. Now, if Nip had shot at him and said, "Listen, snitch, get out of here," and shot at him, and then if that had happened, then I would have understood it. Does that make sense? It's tit for tat. If Nipsey calls you a snitch, you call him whatever. But the problem was, Nip being as successful as he was, and shitty cuz being a nobody, he couldn't throw no verbals back, and he felt violated. As I've said, the fact that shitty cuz his baby mum was playing up Nipsey's tunes all day, and I've heard from exclusive sources that, listen, shitty cuz his baby mum and his all these kind of his side chick, all of them was loving off Nipsey, loving him off hard, and that cut him even deeper, and that's why he couldn't hold the L. That was the last straw for him. He's been sitting there seething at the success of Nip, and that's what really got him down. Jealousy. It wasn't actually to do with the incident of him being called a snitch. It was to do with the broader jealousy and the fact that he hadn't gone nowhere in his life. His job was being a federal informant. So Nipsey was everything he wasn't. And actually, I heard that shitty cuz actually came and tried to start plugging some of his CDs, and that's when Nip said, "Get out of here." So it completely shut him down. Nip's everything that he wasn't, and he thought, shitty cuz thought, you know what, I'm gonna take everything you've built away from you. But in reality, he hasn't really taken much away. Yeah, his life's gone, but his legacy will live on forever. Anyway, before I go, I just want to get the message clear. Wackass 100, you are a 50-year-old man. If that's the message, if that's all you've got to offer, oh man, yeah, shitty cuz did the right thing. If someone calls you a name, you should shoot them dead. What's wrong with you? And you're the same man, you know. When you get
When one of your family or one of your cousins gets locked, you'll be on the TV crying, "Oh man, this ain't right, the justice system," blaming the justice system. No, your people like you and your deluded ass views and your deluded ass opinions is what gets people in these situations. People, the fact you tell the youth to shoot someone over a few names, this is child games. The fact Nip called him a snitch is that's child's play, and it should stay child's play. You don't take someone's life over words. Yeah? As I said, if Nipsey had said, "Listen, shitty cuz, you're a dirty snitch," and started shooting at him, and shitty cuz shot back, then of course, that's fair game, but to be on a words basis, there's no amount of words in the world. As a man, and I'm only 26 years old, never mind Wackass 100 being 50 million years old, he should know better by now, or he should be wiser than justifying and praising taking someone's life over a few names. That just don't make no sense to me on no level, Mr. Wackass. So yeah, anyone who agrees with Wack 100, and this is the problem with wannabe gangsters as well. Wack 100 is obviously, he's trying to play up to the attitude of, "Yeah man, well I'm a real one, so if you call me a snitch, I'm gonna cut you down, I'm gonna shoot you dead." He's trying to come across as a proper gangster, but truth be known, if I pulled up now, if the YB pulled up to Wack 100 and I called him a snitch to his face, he wouldn't pull no gun out. That's the truth of it. Shitty cuz did, because he's not right in the head. He saw what he did. He ran to the mental institution. That's what did happen. Yeah? Let's not... Wack 100 is using the crime that Shitty cuz did as trying to like glorify gang mentality, or trying to glorify gang culture. "Yeah man, if someone calls you a name, you shoot. If someone call me a snitch, I'll shoot them dead. Yeah man, y'all can't call me a snitch." You don't be a muppet. I'll call you a snitch right now. You won't do a good goddamn if the truth be known. Whack-ass. Rather than putting these dead opinions on the airwaves, what you need to do is pick up your pen, pick up your pad, and put a banger out, put a track out. And that's the problem with these dudes these days. You'll notice that a lot of them spend a lot of time on Instagram Live, because they ain't got no content. They ain't got no lyrics. That's all they are, is mouthpieces. Same as Bosco, your boy Boz. All he does these days is be on IG Live. He meant to be a rapper. Where's the rapping at? Where's the lyrics? Where's the bars? Same as Lord Jamar the other day. Had to cut him down. But anyway, big man ting, comment, subscribe, and smash the like button.